Alright, hey guys, Jono and Travis here from Fitness Education Online. I just want to go over the part 2 of common boot camp problems. So the video on Tuesday, we sort of said, hey, in boot camp, it's so easy to use your anterior chain, right? We do a heap of push-ups, a heap of planks, a heap of squats. It's harder if we watch Trav here to work our posterior chain and work our upper back, lower back, glutes and hams, alright? With a kettle, on Tuesday we went through the lower body ones, and we're like, hey, if you've got a kettlebell, you can just do swing variations, deadlift variations, and bridge variations, and you get some really good posterior chain exercise for your glutes and hamstrings. It's also important for your upper body as well. It's so easy in boot camps, you see it all the time. The common exercises are push-ups, planks, mountain climbers, burpees, all chest, anterior delt dominated. So it's important to balance it out and use posterior chain exercises. The easiest one to do is the kettlebell bench over row, okay? And that's why I like the kettlebell, because it's cool for the lower body exercises, but it's also really good for the upper body as well. All right, super easy to bench over row. We've all done variations of it with a dumbbell or a barbell, but I actually like the kettlebell one the best. There's something about that handle that makes it super comfortable. All right, now what's important with the bench over row is it is a lot harder than your swing. Okay, like say, we'll use me as an example. Like that's probably a good weight for me to bench over row, 12 kilos, but that's a warm up for me in a swing, 12 kilos. All right. So a couple ways around it. If you're going to use the same weight, say if you're doing a workout and it's, you know, it involves swings and bench over row with the same kettlebell, I'd recommend doing single arm swings because that's going to be closer to the appropriate weight that you would bench over row. All right, or if you're not going to do single arm swings, just change your rep range. So if you're doing a workout where it's, 20 swings and 20 push-ups and 20 bent over rows, change it so it's more swings. So if you're doing, 20 swings, you're only doing 10 bent over rows. All right. And even more so with females, actually. With males, it's not too bad. We can pretty much do a workout and say myself, like, I can bench what I squat anyway. That's probably not a good thing. I need to do more legs, obviously, but still I can do it. All right, I'm pretty confident that any female can do more on squats than she can do on bench. And let's even test that. If you're watching this and you're a female, comment below. Let me know if you squat more or bench more. And I'm pretty confident most people will say squats. Anyway, that's one exercise you can do with the kettlebell. The other common one you see is the upright row. Now, Trav will demo this. Okay. I actually don't like it, all right? For me, it doesn't feel good. It hurts my shoulder. And I saw a physio and he said, Jono, to be honest, with your mobility, you shouldn't be doing that. And to be honest, half the population probably shouldn't be doing it either. So for that reason, I don't recommend the upright row in a boot camp. Different story if you're doing one-on-one personal training and you can speak to your client, you can ask them if it's impinging their shoulder, you can see their mobility and their strength, you can get away with it. But in boot camp, it's not as personal, so I probably wouldn't do that. Some other options you can use is a renegade row. We'll watch Trav here. We'll just start body weight. So a renegade row with body weight, it looks like that. Now, look, to be honest, it's not really a posterior chain exercise. It's a little bit because as Trav comes up, he's using a little bit of rhomboids, a little bit of rear delts, but it's pretty much just a plank exercise, right? So I wouldn't use that as a posterior chain, but where I would use that, if you're doing a heap of planks in your workout anyway, make them planks like that. So at least you're getting a bit of posterior chain, all right? If you want to make it a bit more challenging, use the kettlebell. So if we watch Trav here, he holds that plank and he does a kettlebell row. Now the down point with that is there's like not really any range of motion because the kettlebell is so high up. Trav is not getting a lot of range of motion, so it's not that effective. What you can do to make it more effective is use a bench here, all right? So it's the same sort of thing. It's still pretty much a renegade row, but you're just using that bench to hold that plank, and then you're getting more of a row movement to use that posterior chain more, all right? Now, the last one we're going to go through is purely body weight, and this is my favorite one. It's a Superman. So if we watch Trav here, there's a million different ways you can do it, but I'm going to show you a couple of easy ones. I like it. I like the elbows kept in there, okay? So Trav will start down, and then as he comes up for 1, 2, 3, hold for a sec, down, 1, 2, 3, up for 1, 2, 3, hold for a sec, down, 1, 2, 3. The reason I like this is there's 3 things going on. So A, if Trav squeezes his shoulder blades, he's using his rhomboids and his upper back there, which is good because that's your posterior chain. Also, his back extension, he's using a bit of his erector spinae or lower back there. And also, if he's bringing his legs up, he's also at the hip extension, he's also using his glutes. So with the Superman, you're really using all three, or using 3 parts of that posterior chain there, which is super effective. And it's basically the exact opposite to a plank. All right, plank is mainly here. Your Superman is mainly there. All right, so I really believe for every plank that you do in your workout, you should also do a Superman, and it's super easy. If you got 5 minutes in the end of your session and you're doing core work, all right, you do 30 seconds of plank and then 30 seconds of Superman, 30 seconds of plank, 30 seconds of Superman, and vary up those variations. Anyways, that's today's video. If you liked it, just hit like. Any questions, comment them below. We cover all this sort of stuff in our bootcamp courses anyway. I'll put the link below.